Back-to-back finals going the distance at the Little Valley Pickleball Complex in St. George, Utah, in and on the Carvana PPA Tour. I'm Cameron Irvin alongside Dave Fleming as we now set the scene. I bet they're showing up here on championship court for the mixed doubles final. James Ignatowich, Anna Bright, AJ Koller, and Jessie Irving. How might this one shake out?
Well, this is going to be very interesting. We'll start with the team that has to find their middle ground because they're on both ends of the spectrum. Jessie Irving is a by-the-book player, plays a very strategic game, has a game plan, wants it executed, and she is paired up with AJ Koller, who is going to be anything but structured. He's going to be crab walking across that kitchen line. His hands are going to be crazy, and he is going to want to dictate terms. On the other side, you have a couple on and off the court. James Ignatowich and Anna Bright have looked very good playing together. Sometimes you wonder, how does that work if you are a couple off the court as well? In fact, they are playing together for the rest of the year because they had to play against each other in Minnesota, and they just didn't like it. And I know Anna Bright didn't like the fact that James does have a mixed doubles title this year. It just wasn't with her.
That is absolutely correct. That was alongside Catherine Parento at the Vulcan Indoor National Championships. Jessie and AJ, well, this isn't the first time they played together. They actually played together way back in 2021 at the PPA Las Vegas Open, and I believe they went the distance there.
They did. They won it.
All the way, trying to pick up partners when Jessie Irving was telling the story. And so funny, all of a sudden AJ found Jessie, and then he found another partner, and he was so destructive in 2021 on the PPA Tour, and specifically at that Vegas event. So they're looking to find another together here in St. George, Utah. And Ignatowich is a fantastic mixed doubles partner alongside Anna Bright.
Yeah, so what you've got is really long couple of guys here who are going to want to take over this court. Then you're going to have cross-court dinking. You're going to see that big looping forehand dink roll from Anna Bright, and then the very calculated putting the ball in a good spot every time from Jessie Irving. Now, when they were marching their way through a couple days ago, we saw Jessie crank up the offense, and it made a difference. So we'll see if she brings that to the court here in the final. But my goodness, these matches before this, the crowd, and I hope everyone at home is enjoying this as much as we are. These are battles.
Without a doubt, over 2 hours and 5 minutes played in that last final for the women's doubles championship. Over an hour and probably 50 minutes for the men's doubles final. More pickleball than ever before in 2023. This match will also be played best 3 of 5. Games to 11. And the shot from James Ignatowich on the right side of your screen, partnered alongside Anna Bright. Look at the Selkirk sponsored Ignatowich, product of Vanderbilt Tennis. And a big two-handed backhand soars long. Anna Bright, just 22 and 23 years of age on their side of the net. Product at Cal Berkeley, where she had an illustrious tennis career. And one more, Jessie Irving grew up playing tennis as well. Went to tennis academies in her youth. Dealt with some injuries. She found pickleball.
speaking of injuries, it's great to see her out there in their mixed doubles semifinal. She turned her ankle, and it was scary on tape. We didn't want to show it again. It was a significant roll, and here she is out here playing. So that's great news for all of us who love watching her play.
Hooking that too far, and absolutely that was a scary moment for Jessie Irvine in the mixed doubles semifinals.
Point. Three, two, one. Second serve.
Missed on the third shot drive. Big congratulations to Susanna Barr and Zane Navratil as well. The 17 seed walking away with the bronze medal for pro mixed doubles.
Tremendous run for those two.
Jessie Irvine says, I got you. She wasn't wrong.
No, hey, I know you're a hockey player. Don't be checking me. I got my side just fine, and huge finish. You stay over there, AJ.
Second serve.
So far, settling into some dink rallies between these two teams. The missed return from Anna Bright.
Yeah, and it's going to be a patience game, and then it's going to be how frisky does AJ Koller get with the balls coming his way.
Point.
I think that was the adjective he used in his post-match interview. Those two picking up the win over Andrea Koop and Riley Newman in the semifinal.
There you saw the active feet of Ignatowich get called for a foot fault, and then a gorgeous drop there to back that up from AJ Koller.
5-3-2.
Couldn't decide the creative play of AJ Koller in the transition zone. Played alongside Travis Rettenmeyer for men's doubles, and talking to Travis, he said it's maybe just a little 25% less of that creativity is why you're seeing so much skill from AJ Koller this weekend.
Second serve.
Yeah, and I talked to him as well, and he's like, I need to start putting results on the board. He has not had a AJ Koller-like start to the year compared to last year, so he's thrilled to be playing in a final here today. And this is where these two have to work through it, because they're not going to switch when they're on an odd when it's served to Jessie. They will when it's served to AJ.
Side out.
Side out again after one earned. 5-4. AJ Koller.
5-4-1.
The 33-year-old standing at 6'1", turned pro in 2020.
Second serve.
Last title came alongside Andrea Koop back in Newport Beach.
5-4-2. Point. 6-4-2.
And testing the hand speed of James Ignatowich. Ball placed just low enough.
Yeah, and that's what we said. Is Jessie going to bring some of those offensive attacks into the game here? And that helps set up AJ. Does so there and catches Ignatowich off guard.
Side out.
Some great wrist speed there from James Ignatowich. Now residing in Delray Beach, Florida. Turned pro just a year ago.
Second serve.
Grew up in Connecticut. Started playing tennis at the age of 6.
4-7-2.
Getting handcuffed on the Ernie, but it was a good look.
Real good look from Jessie there. Just couldn't handle it, but when you get her in front of Anna Bright, you know those balls are likely to go straight ahead. So I love that she saw the opportunity, just didn't execute it.
Point.
Did that fall? How?
That somehow got over. That was absolutely slapped by Ignatowich there.
6-7-2. Point.
A wicked forehand again from James Ignatowich. You want to keep him at the baseline to try and neutralize him, but he still lights out right now.
Yeah, if you leave that return short, and he's going after the serve too, which is a big part of this.
Side out.
Little emphasis on that from Jessie Irvine. 7-0.
7-7-1.
Talked about the styles and demeanors of those two. Partnerships being tested. Not to mention the couple on the other side, James Ignatowich and Anna Bright.
7-7-2.
They did not start the season together playing mixed doubles, but yet they found themselves wanting to play alongside one another. A great reactionary play from James Ignatowich.
Seen that all week from him. He has been under fire in some cases, and when he is, his hands are more than up to it, and he doesn't try to do too much, gets the paddle,
7-7-1.
blocks it into the open court. Well done.
Point.
Trying to work around that and find the inside-out dink. Bright and Ignatowich find their 8th point.
8-7-1. Point.
Getting stuck off the line.
Yeah, I think that's big-time advantage, Bright and Ignatowich, when Irvin is
9-7-1.
on the left and they can put the clamp down on her and push her back off the line, because Ignatowich will be happy
Second serve.
to hit two-handed backhand rolls cross court if she stays there. So this is a big opportunity here when you know she's not switching out of it to get to that 10th point.
9-7-2. Side
That
out.
ball took an odd turn after the bounce.
Yeah, bad luck there. It's a ball that wasn't hit cleanly from Jessie, but she'll tell you she meant to do it, and
7-9-1.
everything's just fine. Thank you.
Be weary of the speed up at James Ignatowich.
Yeah, he is punching that one-handed backhand brilliantly here all week long, and
7-9-2.
AJ sometimes gets clever for clever's sake, tries inside out, and Ignatowich didn't even have to move.
Side
Try
out.
to slice through the middle. That's a really tough ball to execute. You heard Jessie say, my bad. You don't usually see her go off with a
9-7-1.
wishful shot too terribly often.
And a great drive from Bright and Ignatowich for their 10th point. And a timeout called by AJ Koller as he tracks off the kitchen line at 7-10. So a strong middle section of this first game for Ignatowich and Bright in terms of their ability to the third shot, whether it's a drop or a drive.
Yeah, they've really been living well off that drive, off of a good serve. You saw Anna Bright really rip a forehand there. Ignatowich has been doing the same. His hands have been there to counter, and Anna Bright has been solid as a rock at the kitchen line when she's been in those dink exchanges with Jessie Irving. So again, go for your serve, get the short third, blast it at the person who's trying to make their way to the kitchen. It's a good formula for these two, and it's why they've got a 10-7 lead.
Both drinking some water now on the Carvana PPA championship court. Anna Bright, we mentioned the tennis background for her. She was actually at the USTA for a couple of years growing up. She was born in Texas, then moved to Florida. As the sun shines down, about 75 degrees here in St. George, Utah.
Yeah, it got progressively warmer each day we were here, and as the temperatures rise, the pace of play will slow down because the ball won't be as fast. So Bright and Ignatowich want to speed it up, though, every chance that they get on these shorter returns. This is a big opportunity here with Irvin on the left.
She knew it was coming, read like a book, and she just closed it.
Yeah, get that whatever author you want to talk about out of here. Ignatowich tries a little flick, and she's just disgusted that that was even a thought.
The ever-animated Anna Bright.
Would have loved the ATP walk-off to take game one, but just didn't curl it around the post well enough. Then got on the Ignatowich pogo stick after the miss.
Second serve.
Second serve.
7-10-2.
Anna Bright finding exactly what she was looking for, a side out and another shot to take game number one. Looking to apply the pressure in the first.
Second serve.
High third isn't going to get it done.
No, fourth try here, and we've seen all day, we've seen rallies from having opportunities to close out games. Got to do it here.
And a swinging volley from James Ignatowich, just crushing through the middle. Game one to Bright and Ignatowich. That thing's coming with so much pace.
Yeah, they've done a great job of taking advantage of short balls in the middle and really wrecking those next opportunities and then finishing and closing. Really good first game for this duo.
The first game of Pro Mixed Doubles going to Anna Bright and James Ignatowich, the VIP Lounge, a fantastic viewing location here on Championship Court. Even our grandstand is completely filled. The viewing decks on both baselines have been packed full. Standing room only in the corners of this championship court in St. George, Utah. Cameron Irwin alongside Dave Fleming. AJ Koller, Jessie Irvine on the court now as they look to respond.
Yeah, they got to find the rhythm that got them here. And I just love the energy from Ignatowich and Bright. They've been jumping up and down the whole time. That positivity just flows through their game. And when you're wanting to play a more up-tempo game, you can see even right here as she's ready to serve, just the bounce in their step is terrific. The dreaded HTP from Anna Bright there, now 0 for 2 on ATP attempts. Hit the post there of the Selkirk net. It's the Selkirk Red Rock Open and wants to get involved here, Cam.
So easy to pull that ball too far across your body with that paddle angle, especially with the two-hand backhand.
For sure, the left hand is going to want to tug it that way. So you've got to let that ball travel a little bit like she did there.
That was a fantastic recovery by Anna Bright, who then proceeds to miss on the dink.
Seen a lot more AJ Koller here to start game number 2, really dictating pressure at the kitchen line.
What are some of the ways you can kind of add to pressure from the kitchen line?
I think number 1 is just move those dinks around. Make sure that you aren't just hitting the ball to the same place every time. And then when you get a ball up, do that.
I still am convinced. I don't know if anyone hits an overhead harder than James Ignatowich.
It's absolutely huge. Tyler Leung, the lefty, another Utah guy, really snaps it. But it is just remarkable how much torque he gets out of that when he goes after it.
Jessie Irving, fantastic in the defense.
0-2-2.
Whoopsie.
Some groans into the crowd.
2-0-1. Second serve.
1 and 2, and that ball is stuck in a tree.
Yeah, you're going to have to climb up into that coniferous tree right there and hunt that down.
I think Jessie's looking for that. I don't know if that's going to be the same one, to be honest with you. You might want to check that one. Pull the pine needles out.
2-0-2.
Anna Bright hanging tough in the cross-court battle. Jessie Irvine was fantastic against Andrea Koop in the semifinals. Just pinpoint accuracy in terms of her dink location.
Yeah, and she's going to be that, and it's Anna Bright that's got to keep AJ Koller honest with that forehand down the line to get him out of the middle. Great job there by her.
That ball spent more time hanging out on the top of the net than anywhere else.
And then Jessie Irvine, after this ridiculous ATP, says, you know what? I'm done with this point. Go get that one.
Point.
Same amount of points and impact.
1-2-2.
Yeah, the analogy, drive for show, putt for dough, still actually reigns true in the game of pickleball.
For sure. And AJ Koller, I know he's not listening to me, but literally everyone else on all the courts he's played on today has lobbed more than him. Stunning. And a Burt in there in the middle. Unbelievable rally here. Anna Bright finally gets that to land.
3-1-1.
And then AJ's got the final answer.
I'm sorry, I'm still chuckling after the Jessie Irvine. I got it, and AJ comes flying in on the third.
That's why this is a fun team to see how it's all working out. You heard her say, I got it again right there.
AJ is everywhere.
Yeah, and there's a little discussion going on right now. I think that's a one-way discussion, too.
Yeah, I think Jessie just got on him. She's previously talked about having a short leash for AJ.
Yes. And a Bright finds success again going up the line. She's seen how aggressive AJ's been into the Irvine half of the court. Why not go back there and make him hit, lunging away?
Fantastic location, just the roller running away.
Yeah, not a fantastic location from Ignatowich on the ball before that. If he's going to jump in on that, he cannot give the ball to Koller unless it's on the ground to his right.
Catching James.
Yeah, and then he tried to not go into the kitchen, but once it's in the net, go flying right through there, James. You can only lose the point once.
Grab the honing steal. Jessie Irvine sharpening that forehand slice.
Really shallow to the kitchen, to the net in the kitchen, excuse me. And that is a big confidence booster for sure for her. If that is the pattern, they're going to be in a lot, and that's what we expect.
He got what he was looking for. It's 5-2 for Irvine and Koller.
Yes.
And even though it feels like there's been a little bit of chaos on their side, they still have the three-point advantage.
Because as chaotic as it is, especially for Jessie Irvine, it's equally chaotic for the team on the other side, because you expect a ball to be hit by that woman right there, Jessie Irvine, and it's actually ended up on Koller's paddle, or maybe it isn't, and you aren't set for what's coming back next.
It's always funny to hear the groans, the gasps of the crowd as the ball hits the top of the net.
2-5-1.
The finesse.
Why do anything different there? So far back in the court, there's no way Ignatowich can help out. Smart shot selection from Koller.
2-5-2. Point.
Jessie able to create power well beyond the kitchen line.
3-5-2.
Known to find some fantastic angles from there.
Yep, just caught the net on that one. Oh dear.
Side out.
And right now, just a little bit of overreaching for Bright and Ignatowich, maybe too much pressing.
Yeah, so a little timeout there called by Anna Bright. Usually you don't call timeout when the ball's heading the other way after you make a mistake, but she just wants to get this under control.
Anna Bright and James Ignatowich trying to slow things down here as they trail by 2 in game number 2. They picked up the first for the Pro Mixed Doubles final at the Selkirk Red Rock Open on the Carvana PPA Tour. There's a look at Jessie Irvine and AJ Koller.
Point.
And not what you want coming out of a timeout.
No, because you just wanted to settle everything down and get back in the rhythm that got you game number 1.
Second serve.
Trying to will that ball over is Jessie Irvine.
6-3-2. Side out.
Okay.
3-6-1.
There you go, a little bit more depth on those.
Yeah, that's another ball that AJ took, and when he's taking a dink and then bringing it back where Ignatowich can get it, Jessie is a sitting duck.
Point.
And this is how game number 1 went. Short returns, blasting the thirds, and either winning on that ball or the next one.
He maintained a close
Second serve.
game in game number 1, looking through the scores until it was about 7 apiece, and then from then on out, it was Anna Bright and James Ignatowich. A short run. AJ Koller, crab walking to a point.
And that is why the freelance style of AJ Koller is so fun to watch. Look at that Ernie angle. Tremendous from Koller.
Second serve.
Ball right in between a volley and touching the ground at the foot of AJ Koller.
6-5-2.
AJ turned his back once that ball was up in the air. He's like, we're done.
Five, 6-1. Second serve. Oh, point.
And a missed dink from Jessie Irvine. It's just a 1-point game, but it feels like frustration is starting to mount. Make it 6-6. We've seen that a few times.
Second serve.
Yeah, just a little stretched out too far on the attempt to get in there and poach.
6-6-2. Side out.
Jessie Irvine with a nice dink location. For the amount of spin coming off some of these dinks, it's quite remarkable in terms of the touch.
Yes,
6-6-1.
because you don't realize how much spin and how shallow these are and how close to the net. It's unbelievable, and if they're up at all, forget about it. That's how good these players have to be. Just wide on the Burt defense.
Nope. Call
Great
stance.
read by Ignatowich. Burt, if you're new to that term, is when you Ernie in front of your partner, like Ignatowich does right there, and the reply just wide from Irvin.
Point. You're calling out. Did you make an out call? Well, replay it.
I believe just a little confusion in terms of whether a ball was called in or out, so they will replay this. No call was made.
Side out.
And again, that's the amount of spin coming off the paddle of Anna Bright that's causing some issues.
Yeah, and throwing it right down at the ankles of Jessie Irvine. Tough to continually fend that off.
One of the first speed-ups we've seen from Jessie Irvine.
Yeah, and it had that little slice cut through the middle look to it and caught Ignatowich off guard. Great ball from Irvin.
Side out.
So going back and forth at this point, 6 apiece. A side out for Irvin and Koller. A big point for Jessie Irvine, who lets out a scream.
7-6-1.
An incredible athlete, one of the most hardworking, the queen of consistency.
Second serve.
She's also got a pretty fun background. Her dad is Jamaican, her mom is from Barbados.
7-6-2.
So they're both from the Caribbean. But their parents from Sweden, her grandparents.
Side out.
What a weird shot from AJ Koller there. One more slide either way, and he's got a big swing at it and took it, kind of jammed himself there.
6-7-1. Second serve.
And again, James Ignatowich looking to speed the ball up within the first handful of contacts.
6-7-2.
Oh my. That ball popped up to the left side. It got on him so fast.
Yeah, so he was forced to go with a tomahawk, which is when you hit it with the other side of your paddle here, but just couldn't get the grip the way he wanted it. Couple opportunities for James go astray there.
It was the right ball, maybe not the right location.
Yeah, had the ball up, earned it from the cross-court dink, and then if you attack cross-court, you just run out of real estate very quickly. Great lead by Irvin, and now a missed return. And timeout is indeed. I wondered, I was waiting to see if they were going to do it, and they did indeed.
So we're also going to take a break as they take a seat here on championship court. Nine 9-6, Irvin and Koller, the three-point advantage as they dropped game at #1. Cameron Irwin alongside Dave Fleming. The pickleball has just been outstanding. The energy has been electric here on championship court. Multiple finals going to 5 games played. Each of our preceding gender doubles, that was the case. Catherine Parento picking up the singles title. That was best 2 of 3. She took it in just 2. Anna Bright finding success up the line.
Yeah, again, if he is going to be crashing over to Jessie's half of the court all day long, she's got to keep funneling the ball there when she's got a good look at it.
The right time to come in as A.J. Koller stares down that winner.
What a great read from Koller, and he has such great lateral movement that he can see it and then get it.
10-6-2.
And now even A.J. Koller is yelling.
A fantastic rundown by James Ignatowich.
Finally saw the Koller lob, and it was perfection there, but great get from Ignatowich.
6-10-1. Second serve.
Anna Bright again, very rhythmic in her forehand dink roll. Likes to rock from one foot to the other.
Side out.
And they go at James Ignatowich standing at the kitchen trying to clear his body out of the way on each one of those preceding contacts. Another look now to game point.
Second serve.
Irvin tries that cut through the middle again. She's 1 for 3 on that selection now. It's an interesting choice. I know she's wanting to go at the paddle side hip of Ignatowich, but it's an interesting strike of the ball.
That ball bounced high and James took advantage.
So 3 chances to close out game 2 have gone awry for Irvin and Koller.
6-10-1.
And the missed overhead. Bright and Ignatowich add 1.
Yeah, and as you can see from the shadows, that is definitely where the sun is, and That was probably a combination of that and trying to go for a little too much angle with that swing from Koller.
And one more. That was close.
Koller is walking towards the benches, and that is indeed a timeout.
It was 6-10. Now 2 points added, 8-10. Anna Bright and James Ignatowich maintain the serve as a timeout is called between Jessie Irvine and AJ Koller. They're going to have some discussion on their bench. Unique style of play between these two. It's always about finding the right balance, not only in their play, but also even their communication on the court and off the court.
100%. I love this look right here where we can see what both teams are doing during the timeout. A lot of hydration on the side of Ignatowich and Anna Bright. Jessie has gotten herself situated and is ready to go. And again, I think Bright and Ignatowich are going to want to get a deep serve, find a short return, and then go pounce on it. It's what got them game one and will get them a chance to come back here. And when you've had 3 game points and you haven't been able to close it out, I like the timeout here from Irvin and Koller. Now you got to hit, like, where are we putting this return? We want Anna Bright hitting it. What are we doing? And then let's play a good point at the kitchen line.
Time in, 8-10-1.
So back in are Anna Bright and James Ignatowich. Another Ernie.
Second serve.
AJ Koller has got that corner covered.
Yeah, so Anna Bright's been successful when she's been stationed at the kitchen line, speeding a ball up. That was a drop and perfectly read by Koller.
Point.
Uh-oh, 9-10. Bright and Ignatowich on their second serve look to tie. And they do. And that's going to spell trouble in more than one language.
Yes, because in the Irvin language, I was going to absolutely pound that, AJ. So here we go. And now a big drive from Anna Bright, and look who's got a game point, Cameron.
11-10, the opposite direction. Timeout number 2 called, as it is second serve, 11-10 for Anna Bright and James Ignatowich. They're feeling pretty peppy here.
Yeah, you hate to call out. You called the timeout at 10-8. Okay, they've gotten a couple. We're good. Now you're having to call timeout 3 points later at 10-11, and that is frustrating. And the doubly frustrating part of it, as you referred to it as in several languages, there was an incident there. There's a high ball, and Jessie Irvin is somebody who does a great job of finishing off the ball. And there's another one of the great signs we're seeing in Utah. If you're not familiar, in Minnesota, in one of the classic interviews of James Ignatowich, he said, "Big Papa Jimmy," and that's how he referred to himself, and that has certainly caught on here in the pickleball world.
Yeah, that was one of the most unique calls I'd ever made, which was "Daddy's home," because those are the words of Big Papa Jimmy as he won double gold at the Vulcan Indoor National Championships just a few weeks ago in the great state of Minnesota at Lifetime, another fantastic venue, the indoor facility there. So coming back out, Anna Bright shaking off the legs. They now have the 1 point advantage, 11-10, as they look to go up 2-0 in this best of 5. Missed return, game 2 to Bright and Ignatowich.
What a reversal of fortune. They saved one of their game points down at 10-6. So they put 6 in a row on the board, forced 2 timeouts, and this is going to take everything in the communication and the cohesion of these two, or we're going to be out of here in 3.
Up 2-0, James Ignatowich and Anna Bright here on the Carvana PPA Tour. The 7th stop with 20+ on the slate for these amazing professional pickleball players. The mixed doubles final is now potentially at least halfway there for Anna Bright and James Ignatowich, as they had a full comeback in game number 2, taking that 12-10. Cameron Irwin alongside Dave Fleming, Jessie, Irvine, and AJ Koller. I said it at the beginning of the day, had found common ground, and it's time they do yet again.
Right now, like literally this rally, come out and show that we're fine. We were in great shape, couldn't get it finished out. High third does not help that to start with. So I would say, you know, you brought up the pinball machine earlier. Close to tilt here. They gotta keep this together.
Point.
The out call, but it was a little late as AJ Koller's paddle was already up.
Yeah, he's gonna hit it, and then you hear your partner say that, and you try and get the paddle out of there, but it's
1-0-1.
too late. And this is a chance for Ignatowich and Bright to really put some distance between them and their opponent.
Point.
AJ Koller loves that quick speed up off the bounce on the forehand side through the middle.
Yeah, but he usually does that effectively when he's stepping into the right side of the court, so he can pull it back into the far right side of his opposing court. If he does it in his side, there's no room, and it's going to go wide as that one did.
Second serve.
It was a violent forehand from Anna Bright in the middle of that rally. Nice hands from AJ Koller.
Side out.
So the side out now for Irvine and Koller, down 2 and down 2 games.
Point.
Anna Bright and James Ignatowich looking for their first title together
1-2-1.
as a partnership.
Second serve.
That's the ball you want Koller attacking all day long, so that isn't a questionable choice at all, just an execution.
Bright again. The combination, it may not have sealed the deal, but it definitely set them up for success.
It was absolutely perfect, and then there's that just ridiculous finishing power, but terrific from Anna Bright on the 2 balls before that.
And I like the adjustment there from James Ignatowich. He's been taking a lot of very aggressive shots kind of through the transition zone and over poaching just a bit, and he took a little bit off there.
Second serve.
Anna Bright. So close, though, is what she says, and she's not wrong.
She's not wrong, but it's still out. So, again,
3-1 2.
They have that little clamp around Jessie when she stays on the left, but don't execute.
Anna Bright off the edge.
Beautiful read by her. You'd expect that to happen on the other side, and look at her just say enough.
A fantastic play. That's a highlight, no doubt, for Anna Bright.
Yeah, hanging out over on the left. What are you doing over here, James? I'm earning in like crazy.
Point.
Big time danger right now.
Still to come on this championship Saturday, men's pro singles. Pablo Tejas facing off against Tyson McGuffin.
Huge serve, short return. Just the power of all of that has been the difference in this match.
Timeout called by Jessie Irvine as James Ignatowich takes a quick break from the sideline as well, grabbing a quick drink of water. So another strong start in game 3 for Ignatowich and Bright. Anna Bright, James Ignatowich up 6-1 in game number 3 in this best of 5.
Thank you.
Making sure our audience is not calling the ball in or out of bounds. Our officials.
Yeah, the Utah crowd has been very good with
Very
their
active.
Very good with their signs, very good with their outfits, and on occasion very good with their line calls.
That's Vicki Ryan, our lead official. And Anna Bright just continues. The number 4 seed has found 7.
7-1-2.
Oh my.
Side out.
That's some of the hardest hitting we have seen.
Yeah, exactly what he wants. Drive,
7-1.
crash your own ball, get the next one and plow it into the court, just caught the net.
Point.
Some quiet hands for Jessie Irvine.
Yeah, again, speeding it up to that paddle side hip of Ignatowich, and that does get Koller involved, but he's just got to be ready. Bad luck off the tape there.
Jessie from the right.
2-7-2.
AJ Koller with a strong reach.
Yeah, it's just tremendous read on that, too. He saw that that's one he could get to, and he's so good at sliding across the kitchen line.
Side out.
And that's the danger of putting a ball there that bounces up just a little and then crashing to the middle. He's got that beautiful roll, almost hit a clean winner off the bounce there on a roll dink.
7-3-1.
The 4 seed gets the ball back.
Point.
And I'm just saying, if I were on the other side of that forehand drive, you would find me running to the other state. Like, I'd be running for the border. That thing is just so fast.
There's a lot of states nearby. A little piece of Arizona's nearby here too, Cameron, so you got options.
Point.
And here we go again. Just a problem with the returns and then the next ball, and we're 2 points from a victor here.
9-3-1.
And even that lands.
Why not is what AJ's probably internal dialogue is saying after that one kisses off the tape and goes past him as well.
Anna Bright and James Ignatowich have found themselves at a championship point.
10-3-1.
James Ignatowich and Anna Bright, their first gold medal alongside one another. (11-7, 12-10, 11-3). Anna Bright and James Ignatowich victorious in St. George.
Just a tremendous effort from them. They had a game plan. They did it. They went after it, and they are such deserving champions. We'll talk to them right after this.
James Ignatowich and Anna Bright, the #4 seed, take home the title here at the Selkirk Red Rock Open. They're now standing courtside alongside Cameron Blackwood. All right, Cam, let's have some fun down there.
You just said you're dying and you're so tired, but you weren't showing it out there at all. I would just like to know the discussion you guys had at breakfast this morning before you came out here.
We didn't have. Is this like a reference to something? I don't think we had a I mean, we have our regular discussion. You know, it's my girlfriend. I talk to her. Normal thing to do. But no, I mean, I was so tired. Like, I'm still kind of breathing heavy, and you don't really get tired in doubles. Like, come on, you know, it's kind of weak, especially because I'm 22. It's not normal to be like dying out there. But I almost, like, after the second game, went to the bathroom. I actually threw up. Like, that's how tired I was. I just kind of hit it, but. Yeah, I don't know why I'm rambling. It's because I didn't really sleep last night. I mean, you guys all saw the men's semifinals. I was just replaying all my misses over and over in my head. Like, I slept like 1 hour. Don't watch that match, by the way, if you want to think I'm good. Anyway, guys, check out my podcast, James Ignatowich Podcast. It's on Selkirk TV. Best company in the game. Let's go, Selkirk. Red Rock, Selkirk Open. Let's go. And Tyson, too. Tyson's a beast, even though yesterday he beat me. But, yeah, he's Team Selkirk also. I got to get him on the pod. Let's go.
Okay. Going back to you, Anna. How comfortable were you going straight up or cross court with AJ because you were taking him on just fine?
Pretty comfortable, I guess. It worked out. I felt like they made an adjustment in the second game, and that was pretty much just to grind me, just to hit me every ball. It got in my head a little bit, but, you know, toughed it out, and I feel like I do decently well head on with AJ, and you just kind of got to be ready for craziness against him. And, yeah, we got it done. Super stoked. James isn't doing too great, but we won.
Their first title together here on the PPA Tour. We're going to get Rob Barnes out here with Selkirk. We are Pickleball.
On behalf of Selkirk, want to congratulate you for winning the mixed open doubles at the Selkirk Red Rock Open.
Don't go anywhere. We're going to have our men's singles right after this.